Hello, welcome back to my tutorial for the full stack developer series. And today we just continue with the implementing inheritance in Hibernate. So before we continue, I want to talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of the first approach. Right, the first approach we just used a single table. The strategy here is the single table. So the first is the advantages, because we use just only one table in the database, so it's very simple to implement, right? Because we use single table, the performance is better because there is no need to join or do subquery, so it will be better in performance. But beside the advantages, we also have the disadvantages. And you see, we in the previous one, the table have some field that can be null, right? Can have the null value. For example, when you create a regular employee, you only need to put the field, the value for the field salary and the bonus, but you can leave the other field with the no value. For example, the field pay per hour and the contract duration. So that's why in your table you don't need to add a constraint named not null for those fields. But when you do that, it's a really not good approach. When you design a database, you always use the constraint like not null. That is better for your database. So that's it. Also the disadvantages in this approach. And another thing that just imagine that you have many children class from the employee. For example, you have something some special type of the employee. You may have some more fields or too much more field, right? And in some situation, because this is just an example, in the real world program, you don't only have these two fields. You may have many fields for every type of employee, and because of that, your table will be very large, have many fields. So it makes your table not normalized. So that's not good. Okay, so that's why we have another way in that we will implement in it. We will talk about in this video. So this approach is called table per class. Okay, table per class. But this is not very good. But I want to show with you, and then we can continue to improve it. Okay, table per class. And before we go, we need to understand some SQL script. I will put the link for you to get the script, so you can get it in the description. All right. So here you see I keep the employee table, but I remove it. Removed some extra field for the regular employee and the contract employee. They are salary, bonus, and the pay per hour, contract duration, and I moved them to the separate tables named regular employees and the contract employee. And you can see I keep the common fields. The common fields the ID and the name for the employee tables. But for the regular employee and the contract employee, I also keep them here. Okay. And I also use the foraging key here to create a constraint from this ID, because you see here we don't use the auto increase for this fields for the ID here. Okay, I don't use because we need to put the value here when we insert. For example, here I insert the table record inside the regular table with the ID here, and I also put here. So because of that, I don't put the auto increment here for this field in the two table. And why we need to keep the employee table? You see, because we need to have the unique ID for everyone, right? So when you keep the employee table, you have the value for the ID by auto increment. So every time you insert a new record, you use this generated ID and put it for this field when you insert record into the regular employee or the contract employee. Okay, we just use the table for marking for remember the last ID that we want that we will use for inserting after that. Okay, I believe that you understand the thing now. If you have any question, please comment below. I will answer you soon. Now we just move to the Java code and do some changing with the configuration. So the first, you need to change the employees. Now the inheritance strategy is not the single table now. It's not a single table anymore. We change this table per class. Okay, and because this is a table, so we keep the table here, and we because we remove the type fields, we don't need to use it field anymore, so we will remove it. And for other things inside this entity, we just keep them and just move to the regular employee. Now because we don't use the type anymore, so just clear this. But now because we do the table per class, right? We also have the table regular employee for this class, so we need to put the table annotation for this class, also put a name for it, the regular employee also. And now we need to put the common field that share it with the employee entity, right? The common field, the ID and the name. We will use the attribute override. Don't forget to put the S at the end of the annotation. And inside this we have an array of the fields. We use the attribute override and also put some attribute for them. The name is the ID, and the column the column is also use the symbol at here. Column name equal ID. So the ID here is the same with the name of the column. just remind that. Alright, we have here column, sorry, column equal like this. Alright, and then we have another field name the name, and also with the column name, right? You see why we need to put the attribute overrides here, because the regular employee is inherited from the employee, right? But these field will be used from the table employee, so we need to put these annotation, this configuration, to indicate that those fields we will use the value from the parent. Alright, so now we just do the same with the contract employee. Just do the same. Okay, and now we can run to see what happened. I just get the list and print them. Yeah, the thing is very important here. You can see we have an error. You can read them from the console here. The attribute overrides in conjunction, okay, conjunction with entity inheritance is not supported. Okay, and we cannot use the identity column key generation mapping for the regular employee. Okay, so the identity here we don't use that. We will put the auto here. Okay, you need to put the auto here for the strategy of the generated value. Okay, please note this. It's very important. Don't skip it. Okay, and just go back to the app and run again. Okay, now we have just one record for the contract employee. Okay, like this, and we can change it to use the regular employee, and run again. Okay, now we have two records for the regular employee now. Okay, so before we end, I want to talk about the advantage of this. So we have just one advantage, that is we can set the not null constraint, right? You can see here we set the not null constraint for the fields here, but the disadvantage is too much. Yeah, you can see the table is not normalized. We have many duplicate value here, right? Not normalized, duplicate value, duplicate data, and yes, we also have the lower performance, because when we get something, we need to use the additional union operators. So that's why that makes a lower performance. Okay, I think that's all for this video, and if you have any question, please comment below. I will answer you soon. And please watch the video carefully, because inside the video I sometimes do some mistake. Though mistake is sometimes by my intention for you to better understand. If you have any issue, please comment below. We will answer you so you can easily resolve them. Alright, thank you. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe the channel. Thanks and see you in the next video.